Okay. Hello, and welcome to my Smackdown review. A lot of things coming on in the show tonight, I will say that, number one. We got a lot to talk about because it's going to be a really busy night for me, to be honest, later on, and we'll get into more details about that soon. But we will talk about Smackdown tonight, especially going into this show. A lot of some newsworthy, interesting returns coming back on this show tonight. Now, was it business as usual when it comes to Smackdown? On what's on here? Yes, it is. Does a lot of it good? Not really, but there are some interesting news stories to actually talk about in this build to the Royal Rumble, and this is the first episode of Smackdown of the new year. So what do we got, huh? What do we have out of this? We do kick off the show with Daniel Bryan. He was pretty much taping up his wrist and everything, and so the Miz showed up pretty much telling him that there's nothing more he means to the world and to get what happened with Bray Wyatt after what he did to his family, and that he wants to take everything from Wyatt, but he said that Bryan is the only one can beat him, and you've earned your right to that title shot, so beat him for everyone on here, and for everyone on the roster, basically, to take him out. So we'll get into more about Miz later, since they want to somewhat, I guess he was still semi-face at the time, it looked like, because, I don't know, man, Miz is, I don't know, man. Miz is a face. I don't know. I'm surprised he's even still in this feud with Wyatt and them, but we'll get into more about him later. We open up the show with Bayley and Sasha Banks coming out there for a triple threat tag team match. I could have sworn it was for a title shot, but I guess not. But once they got into the ring, Bayley pretty much talked about the new year, and that you all want to make New Year's resolution. You all made it to the new year and whatnot, but you're not going to make any change. Your pathetic lies. Pretty much they said that she and Sasha we've made changes. We won at the end of the year. We are the leaders of the SmackDown locker room and whatnot. That she has the respect now, I guess, from everyone. Everyone must respect her. And as Bayley kept talking, Lacey Evans came out with Dana Brooke saying that all you guys can do is you need to keep my daughter's name out your mouth, which, by the way, and I went back and looked at this, not Sasha or Bayley ever brought up Lacey Evans' kid. So what is she talking about? Because they said, you need to keep my daughter's name out your mouth, but she was never even mentioned. I'm like, I was looking like, when was her name ever mentioned? Because I never heard that, and it didn't happen. Lacey Evans pretty much went on to say that, she wants to set an example for her daughter and everything. Yes, you got under my skin and whatnot. But pretty much she wants to show her daughter that WWE fans and that the bad guys can be stopped regardless if the card is stacked against them and that. Next thing you know, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross come out. Bliss pretty much says that there's a lot of personal intense issues being on here with these teams. Do we even belong in this match? She actually has a point. Why were they in this match, to be honest? And I don't even think this was a tag title shot, or was this even mentioned? I don't know. I don't even know what this was I don't know why this was even a triple threat tag team match for. Why were Alexa Bliss and Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross in this match? That's a very good question. Alexa, stop. You know, it's hard to say that when you have this thing and you're saying someone. You know how Alexa works, okay? But my point, though, is why were they in this match now that you think about it? So they do have a point in all of this, but I guess it wasn't even for a shot at the tag belts, but still, I don't know. Because, listen, man, I can say this right now. There's a lot of people that are already going to say, as soon as Alexa Bliss came out, or even this match, number one, get the strap. I'm sure a lot of people are saying that right now. I've seen it. The triple threat tag match itself, it was okay. It ate up some time and whatnot. It ended up with Lacey Evans hitting the woman's right on Sasha Banks, and then Dana Brooke doing a senton on Sasha Banks. Even I was wondering, like, wait a minute, Dana Brooke got a win? Does this mean anything? She beat Sasha Banks? Once again, there's a term that's going to be said right now that a lot of people thinking. Get the strap! Get the strap! I can already see that happening right now when Dana Brooke pinned Sasha Banks, okay? So I'm wondering, like, was this my number one contender shot? What was this for? And, I would expect Lacey Evans to pin her, but then again, they're doing a match next week with these two. But yes, though. Other than that tag match and everything, what else do we move on to? Yes, Otis. Otis was in the back. He was lifting a keg. Next thing you know, Mandy Rose shows up. Mandy Rose pretty much tried to wish him Happy New Year and everything, and asked him if his mom made anything special for the holiday. But Otis says, "Why don't you ask Ziggler?" And Rose asks, he said, "You saw that?" And then he says, "I didn't have to see it, but my mama did. I guess it was on TV." And Rose was trying to apologize, but Tucker showed up and pretty much shook his head left and right at Mandy, pretty much telling Otis, like, "Listen, man, you got a match to prepare, okay? Let's go." So the Otis and Mandy Rose story continues. I will say, it does interest me. Like I said last week, I am interested in this story to see where it goes. So at least that's something going on SmackDown. Kofi Kingston and Big E, the New Day, were in the back with pancakes as Miz was walking around them. Miz pretty much was all pissed off. Kofi and wished him a Happy New Year. What were they doing? Big E said he was watching the balls drop. He is a savage, okay? This dude says the most insane stuff sometimes. I don't know what he's talking about. Well, I do know what he's talking about. But he says, he saw the balls drop. And I don't know, but Kofi pretty much said, there's only one ball, okay? He's like, "What was you watching, man?" Biggie said, I don't know. I want to know what he watches. I want to know what he watches, though. Kofi pretty much told Miz, like, listen, you've had a great year, like, great decade. Listen, man, you main event WrestleMania. You made the woman of your dreams. You got 2 kids and everything. You got the most title wins in the past, 10 years or whatnot. And Biggie, pretty much that, Kofi and Miz, you're actually tied, all right? Because he's like, my friend, my brother, my teammate, my nigga, my neighbor, Kofi, which I like how he said that, though, like, my neighbor, like, they say my nigga, but my neighbor, man, my nigga Kofi. That's Big E is savage. He's a savage for that. I like how he did that there. That was raw. My neighbor. But Kofi pretty much said that, Big E said you don't have to point that out or anything. He said, "Listen, fist bump, all right? Fist bump, fist bump, fist bump." But Miz basically, he didn't accept it. And, they said the Fiend has violated the sanctity of his home. And he slammed the pancakes. So it's like, I got nothing to be happy about right now. And then pretty much Kofi says, "How about a match?" And, all right, you want a match? Challenge accepted then. So that was going to happen on later on. So Miz is now being semi-heel. This guy was a face, so I guess they want to turn him heel again. Which, we'll get into that in a second too. Whatnot. But honestly, heel Miz is better than face Miz in general. I don't really like face Miz because it just doesn't really work out. So heel Miz is better. Elias, though, he was in the ring. He sang a song talking about everything for the new year. Talk about Sami Zayn getting punched in the jaw. And if Shane McMahon comes back, he ends up on Raw. And that the Revival trying to be more tougher than Dolph Ziggler's comedy act. And that King Corbin is like an STD that just won't go away. And he says this guy knows. And he said he's going to win the Royal Rumble. So Elias continues to be more savage with his promos on TV. I enjoy more and more of it. Next. The Revival are in the back. I guess they were still picking out, trees or something from, what was it? That Miracle on 34th Street match I did a couple weeks ago, the tree barks. And pretty much said they haven't been where they were before. Shorty G pretty much says, "Listen, man, your guys just got to embrace who you are, right? Just embrace yourselves, all right? I'm short or whatnot." He tried to put up, like, you could rise from anything. Next thing you know, Revival started making short jokes about, it's the baby New Year, it's the little man, like, did they let you out? The short jokes, just more short jokes about, Shorty G, I still think that's a rapper name, Shorty G in the building, Chad Gable, whatnot, but, the G Money right there, trying to talk about his size, and like I said, the Revival made up short jokes, and they challenged him to a match, so that was going to happen with him and Dash Wilder. Honestly, that would be a really good one-on-one, but Shorty G ended up winning, beating Dash Wilder and whatnot, and everything, and he beat him with a ankle lock. Next thing you know, the Revival attacked Shorty G, but next thing you know, Sheamus' music played. Sheamus was back. He scared off the Revival. He looked towards G right there, and he Bro kicked him, which I saw that coming a mile away because I didn't think Sheamus was going to be a face. So he is still a heel. And Sheamus looked great. I will say that. Sheamus looked like old school Sheamus. Looked like nothing hasn't really changed. It almost looked like when he debuted. He had the louch. He had the old gear back. He had his hair back. Didn't have that mohawk or anything. And he looked in way better shape. Which he looked in great shape before he was gone. But he even looked in better shape this time. So Sheamus being back, I am interested to see him back again on here. Him against Gable, though, could be a good match or whatnot. But if you go back and look at his promos, he did say, what is a shorty G? And talking about these little guys around here and whatnot. So Sheamus is a much needed thing back on the show, so that's one return we got back tonight on here first. So that's the first one we saw. So yeah, Sheamus is back, folks, and he's still a heel, but I'm willing to see where this goes. But next thing on the show, Kofi Kingston went against The Miz. Kofi ended up winning. You got to roll up for the clean pin or whatnot, dodging the Skull Crush finale. Next thing you know, right after Miz attacked Kofi, Big E pretty much got in the ring as Miz walked off. So fans people chanted, Miz, you suck. He started to say, after everything I've done for you guys, everything I've been through. So yes, Miz is a heel again. It's like my friend said earlier when my friend Kyle told me earlier when I was, talking to him. He said that Miz, he's just like a bitch out here, basically, since, he is a face, but he's mad because he couldn't beat Bray Wyatt, basically. So that's why he's a heel and whatnot. I guess if you want to hold with the Fiend corruption thing, we'll get to, because even Daniel Bryan brought this up in the promo next. Talking about how Seth Rollins and The Miz and who else was affected? I think they were affected by the Fiend. Finn Balor, I guess, also they want to put into that. They're all affected by the Fiend, but not Daniel Bryan. And he talked about he was unbreakable. He's going to become the champion at the Royal Rumble. Roman was right there since they are tagging tonight and pretty much saying that, oh, you're winning the title at the Rumble? Well, I'm winning the Royal Rumble. I'm going to WrestleMania and I'm going to main event and I'm going to take that title from you, okay? Which, I waited a long time and he never lost that belt, which is true. He never did lose the title. He had to give it up, never lost it. So, he said, Bryan says, I'm ready, and I'll be double ready at WrestleMania. So, basically, we're already giving away a foreshadowing of predictions. Could this happen? Most likely, and it's like even my friend said tonight, we're not even to WrestleMania yet. We just started building to the Royal Rumble, so we ain't even at Mania yet. But I would not be surprised, somehow, some way, they start pushing Roman back for the title. I've already said this. They're going to start pushing this dude back for the title as soon as they get him away from, dog food Corbin right here. But I would not be surprised if Bryan or, Roman wins. Or my next thing, which I'm sure a lot of people are saying, it will be Roman Reigns versus The Fiend at WrestleMania, and Roman will take the title from him. I would not be surprised if that happens. But Roman versus Bryan, I can see that coming a mile away. So, we're already giving it away, folks. So, something tells me I would not be surprised if Roman will win the Royal Rumble. I would not be surprised if he won. Let's see how much the fans turn on him when this happens, though. Next. Yes. Cabby Kelly is about to talk to The Miz, but next thing who shows up? John Morrison. Pretty much says that Miz didn't have anything to say tonight, so I guess we're getting The Miz and Morrison back as a team. I guess we got another tag team on deck. And I guess they may be going after the New Day, it looks like, if possibly. Since they kind of, Miz attacked the New Day, could this be for the title? So I guess the dirt sheets are back now. The Miz and listen, man, if they bring back the Miz and Morrison thing, that I wish I could remember the name of the segment, and they did this many years ago, but it was like they did it was like because they were a Chick Magnet and the Saturday night, the Tuesday night delight, Monday night delight, but when they were in a team and the dirt sheet and I wish I remember. I think it was just the dirt sheet or the segments they did back then where they would talk about people every week, and it was always hilarious to me when they did it. What was it? Because they did a lot of funny segments. I will say that. What was it? Seriously though, what was it? But yeah, I do remember the dirt sheet though. That's what it was called. Now, Listen, I've already said what I've had to say about John Morrison back in WWE in general. I still think it was a money thing at the end of the day and whatnot. Because even I said, like, okay, John Morrison's back, which, they gave it away a month ago as it is already. I don't know what Corey Graves was talking about there. There's been rumors that he was coming back. Dude, they announced it on that backstage show like a month ago, okay? So, we already knew he was coming back. Morrison being back, like I said, I like him. Johnny Impact, Johnny Mundo, whatever you want to call him. I've seen what he's done ever since he left WWE damn near, 9-10 years ago it looked like now at this point. I think 2011 he was gone and everything. So putting him back with Miz, they were a great team, so that could work well. Because I'm like what a lot of people said about Morrison now. Like, how long is this going to last with him being on here? And are really people going to care about this guy in general? Because I don't think they're going to push him to the world title or anything. Maybe mid-card title, but it may be tag team now with him and The Miz, it looks like. Like I said, a lot of people really thought he was either going to AEW or whatnot, and we already knew he was gone from Impact after Slammiversary. We put on a great match with Rich Swann before he left, so I know a lot of people are saying right now, and I'm going to wait for this to a later date with Impact, but could with an Impact review, but could Taya be headed over there next if she drops the belt at Hard to Kill? I don't know. I'll get to that to another time when I get to Impact, but yeah, Morrison, no, when I first heard it, I was just kind of iffy. I was like, okay, how far is this going to go with him? And I really wholeheartedly say that. How far is this really going to go with John Morrison? And, okay, like, come on now. But I do want to see what happens from this. I don't know if it'll be good or bad, but to put him back with The Miz, I do like they are a team, and this damn show desperately needs tag teams in general, because I don't even know we had the tag teams on here already. So we'll see what happens with Miz and Morrison, since they're going to be, I guess they may be a heel team also. So I guess Morrison will most likely be heel, as Miz is about to turn heel also. So we'll see what happens with the dirt sheets, how they even play storyline with that, because the last time Morrison was on WWE was like, that Raw where they was going for the WWE title? No, it wasn't for the WWE title. It was some match, or I know it was his last day. And they even said that on I remember they said that shit on TV years ago. They said it was his last day in 2011 when they did one more match together. So I remember that. But we'll see what happens since Morrison is back in the company. Next, Otis versus Gab Gulak right there. Drew Gulak. I forgot the guy's part of the show, but he has PowerPoint presentation to talk about how Mandy Rose will never date Otis. This was basically a glorified squash match with Otis killing him, Ziggler talking to Rose and DeVille in the back, and Otis won with the Caterpillar. So yes, a glorified squash match. Braun Strowman, oh god, versus Cesaro, who actually had real wrestling gear this time instead of whatever clothes they had him coming out there with every week. Nakamura and Sami Zayn were out there. People have been telling me this. I wish Nakamura would go back to NJPW. I'm sure a lot of people wish he would go to NJPW back tonight, especially with Wrestle Kingdom being on later tonight. We'll get to that in a second too. But listen, man, this match was whatever. This is just telling you that Strowman's going for the Intercontinental title against Nakamura. And I agree with a lot of people said tonight. Even Cesaro could not bring Strowman to a good match. I've said this for years now. I'm sure other people said that Strowman is very limited in the ring. The guy just punches and kicks and does this with this thing, and he just does that runaround thing. That's all he really does, okay? It's that thing. That's what he does, okay? Like I said, he beat Cesaro. Nakamura hit him in the back of the head with a Kinshasa, but he got back up. So, yeah, Intercontinental title match on the way. Next, main event time. Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan versus Corbin and Ziggler as the match went on. And whatnot. It looked like at one point before they went to commercial, the Wyatt laugh happened when they came back on. The match was still going. Roman ended up speared Corbin, but then next thing you know, the lights went out. Bryan was still in the ring after he did the running knee on Dolph Ziggler. Wyatt showed up. Bryan went after Wyatt, did a suicide dive. Wyatt tried to swat him away like a fly. Bryan went back on him, but the lights were red, and Bryan tried to get the running knee again, but the Fiend caught him. And he pretty much drove him through the barricade and, did the mandible claw on him. And then he disappeared. Roman tried to come help him up, but Corbin and Ziggler attacked from behind. And, they attacked him from behind, threw him back in the ring, and then they're gonna do the dog food and the chain thing. But next thing you know, the Usos music kicked. This was like the only return pop I saw throughout the whole night that people actually cared about, because the fans tried the Usos, and then Usos was back. They kind of had some new haircuts out there. Pretty much super kicked both Corbin and Ziggler. They helped their cousin up and uncuffed them as they all rose their arms together at the end. So yes, we got 3 returns tonight. We got the Usos, we got John Morrison, and we got Sheamus. I would say the Usos had the biggest pop. I will say it was glad. So we got at least maybe 2 tag teams back. The Usos much needed. So we got a lot of returns on SmackDown tonight. Which SmackDown I felt like desperately needed some people right now, honestly. It's good to see the Usos back. We have not seen them in months, really. I think since June, if I'm not mistaken, since that Raw reunion. Listen, all jokes aside, I can make a whole bunch of DUI jokes, because honestly, I said to myself, fresh out of rehab, the Usos are back in the building. So, in all honesty, though, hopefully these guys can stay clean. I believe they've been in rehab for the past few months, so hopefully they stay off the stuff and not drink and drive, because I'm not gonna lie, man, these motherfuckers was just getting... I tell you, man, John Cena is a fortune teller. That dude was a fortune teller back at that Raw reunion, because the minute John Cena made a joke about that, one day later, one of them folks ended up getting arrested. And I don't know which one. I don't know if it was Jimmy or Jay. Then them niggas tried to square up with the cops one time. Well, I know it was Jimmy because Naomi was in the car, but dude tried to square up with the cops one time and whatnot, because... these dudes was getting, arrested every other week, it looked like, and I didn't think the WWE was doing nothing about it. They really weren't. And I didn't think they were going to do anything about it until somebody got hurt, or even worse. Whatnot, because even these motherfuckers that's how they kept on SmackDown. They said, those already said, yo, shout out to Cobb County. Motherfuckers like they earned their stripes. Y'all went to jail for a few hours and kept getting arrested, so, but like I said, all jokes aside, hopefully these guys can stay clean and we don't really hear nothing bad, because even I've said, how many DUIs y'all about to keep having, man? It's like one every other month or week, one of y'all getting arrested. So, but yeah, I believe they went to rehab and they're back. But yeah, they had a new haircut and everything, I don't know, and whatnot. So it's glad to see the Usos back. So I like the Usos. They're a very great tag team. So yeah, we got 3 returns tonight. So in a way, this was a newsworthy episode of SmackDown. We got a lot of people coming back tonight. The build to the Rumble continues, as everything else on the show. It's not much if you want to say from that. I don't know. The main event was okay. We already know what came from that. What else? I didn't even care about Strowman and Cesaro. That really wasn't a good match in general. Miz heel turn again. That's something. Well, at least it's more something now since Morrison is involved. Because I was kind of whatever on Miz's heel turn tonight. The women's match, it was whatever to me. So I guess the Bayley and Lacey Evans feud continues. So we'll see what happens from that. But, other than that, though, that's my review of SmackDown tonight. We will be back later on or tomorrow, number one, because we got another bigger wrestling show happening hours away from now, and that is Wrestle Kingdom 14. I'm just going to say this right now. I am going to watch this show because this is a 2-night event. It doesn't come on until 1, 2 a.m. over here, okay? So this is what I'm going to do and how this is going to be a review. There will be 2 reviews for Wrestle Kingdom. There will be a night 1 review. And there will be a night 2 review, okay? Now, I am not going to sit up all night and watch the first night of this show. I'm not. Tomorrow night, I will. But the first night, I will wake up early in the morning. I will watch that show. Because I looked at the card today. And there's some big matches on there. They're going to be very newsworthy. And I got to stay away from the internet. Because I do not want any spoilers. But, because even I'm I could do it if Wrestle Kingdom was 1 night. I will stay up all night. But since this is a 2-night event. Night 1. I'm going to watch that early in the morning. I'm going to wake up. And I'm going to watch it from there. Because it don't come on till 1, 2 a.m. And Wrestle Kingdom is a very long show. And it's damn near 8, 10 matches on there. Okay? I'm not going to do a prediction video. It's too late for that. Because it's a lot to go over. From title matches to tag team matches. To if the AEW title is really going to be AEW is going to be partnering with New Japan. To Stardom getting a match on Wrestle Kingdom. There's a lot of things. Double title thing. Double champion. Jushin Thunder Liger's retirement matches. return Hiromu, Ospreay. I'm not going to go over everything. Death matches, all that stuff. There's a lot to be said. But I will be back tomorrow, sometime later in the day, with a review for Wrestle Kingdom Night 1. But I'm not going to sit up all night tonight. Tomorrow night I will. But tonight I'm not going to do that. So, because I feel like I have to stay up all night. I got to sleep all day. And, I got stuff to take care of tomorrow in the daytime. So, tomorrow night, that's when it's going to be high time. But I'll tell you, man, it's going to be a very fun show later on tonight. It's really going to be fun for the next few days, though. I'm saying that right now. But other than that, though, that's just kind of talking about how Wrestle Kingdom is going to work and how I'm going to get these reviews up. Night 2, we'll get you night 2 later in the day on Sunday. We will get to that too. So it's gonna be a big weekend. I'm telling you, man, it's the biggest show, but we'll save that video for another time. I'm just telling you how I'm gonna schedule, how I'm gonna watch Wrestle Kingdom, okay? But other than that, though, that's my review of SmackDown. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about the show. Follow me on Twitter. Blah blah blah. Fuck Lifetime, etc., etc. Tell me what you thought about anything else. Like I said, SmackDown, Wrestle Kingdom, whatever. But this is SmackDown tonight. I'm out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.